What's up, y'all? Hope y'all doing well. We are on Most Wanted 2012. Yeah, we're just playing a whole bunch of Need for Speeds at the moment. Let's just get to a race. Man, this game was known for its really weird and funky cutscenes. And I really haven't seen a game do it like this ever since. And Criterion, they've always been willing to do things differently. I guess you can say for Hot Pursuit, it was the weapon system. For this game, obviously, if you know what the history is like now, well, what we know is that this game was supposed to be way different. It was actually supposed to be a sequel to Most Wanted 05. However, devs just didn't have time, so they instead created this. And oh, come on, man! Why did you do that? I would have been better off wrecked. Yeah, I literally would have been better off wrecked. This car is not drifting. What the heck? But the devs didn't have time, and instead they created this. And if you get rid of the title, this game is pretty good, I gotta say. It is. I think, yeah, it's not really... It's definitely a game that's a lot more geared towards a casual player, because of the fact that there's no, for example, in terms of getting cars, you find them, there's no money system, none of that stuff. So it's a game that you pretty much play for a little bit and then stop playing. That's the way I always seen it. That's the way I always seen it. And shout out to the Rubber Manding for helping me finish. Yeah, there's just a lot of things with this game. For example, I did wish that you could... I think I mentioned this a long time ago in a video about Most Wanted 2012 I made years ago. I wish that... Alright, let's apply that. And let's... Oh, I hit that to skip. Oops. That's the wrong button. This is my first time playing this game on a controller. And my whole entire life, I've played this game on keyboard. And this is my first time playing on controller. And yeah, this game is definitely made for a controller, because this is so much easier to handling. It is really good. And it makes a lot more sense. Whereas on keyboard, it was kind of a mess. And literally, yeah, no, it's torture. Keyboard's too torture. The only thing I gotta say that keyboard is better at is you can use Easy Drive way easier if you have a... Let's switch to this forward focus. If you have a numpad. Actually, you don't even need a numpad. You actually don't even need a numpad. You can actually just have the game reconfigure the controls of Easy Drive. I'm gonna skip that, and yeah, you can use Easy Drive pretty effective on controller. At least on this controller, it's a little more difficult using D-pad, like having to switch back from the D-pad and steer. So there's that downside to it. Another thing too is that this game's graphics look really good, especially for it being, what is it, like 14 years old? That's insane. This game's gonna be 14 years old. Obviously, a lot of the small details. Oh, did not see that. Obviously, a lot of the small details is going to be not so detailed. However, like everything that you pretty much just see, it's great. It is really great. Too much yapping and not enough driving. Man, just gotta get past the Evo. But I do gotta say, the handling is so much better at controller than a keyboard. And I think like I was mentioning, nice takedown. Like I was mentioning before, I wish they made the progression so that not all the cars, obviously the most wanted cars had jack spots that didn't have actual jack spots. However, for example, I feel like there should have been a progression where it's like you get to most wanted number 7 and then more billboards unlock, more jack spots unlock, things like that. Because the fact that everything was just there out in the open it is a little ridiculous. Like one of the first cars you can find is a Gallardo. Once you finish the main story, one of the first cars you can find is a Gallardo, which is pretty ridiculous if you ask me. And let's just switch out to another car. Do I even have this? Oh, I don't have this. How do I exit out? How do I get out of this? Alright, so I don't have the DLC, but there is a pretty easy way of getting it. Let's just switch to... I'm just switching to a whole bunch of cars and driving because I was just in the mood to play this game and make a little video on it. I was very fond of this car when I first played this game. I don't know why. I always liked the SLS. What a dope looking car. I've seen one in real life, and I gotta say, it's even more stunning. Alright, let me start trashing the car and actually, use it properly. A little lacking on these leaderboards. Oh, what the heck is this? Yeah, this game, if you... there should be a seizure warning on this game because, yeah, it can really mess up your vision. But it just looks so cool, man. Like no one's ever done this, and this is gonna be one of those timeless things that it'll just never get old. It doesn't get old. It's 14 years old and it does not get old. The whole vibe of this game doesn't really get old. If you look at the atmosphere, the environment, it's still very inviting. I'm not, and even as someone who's not actually a big fan of urbanized settings, I actually prefer settings like Need for Speed Heat, where compared to like Unbound, for example, because Unbound is like very city-like, and it also has that drab feeling to it. This game still kind of has that drab feeling to it. However, it's not really the worst thing because there are just other environments to it. However, in terms of Fairhaven City, it's definitely better than Lakeshore, in my opinion. Lakeshore, I had a decent amount of experience in Unbound now. I have like 20 hours, which is, I know isn't a lot, but it's enough to get the feel of things. Yeah, Lakeshore, honestly, is just not really it, in my opinion. Something about that city, it's just like, it's not very inviting, and yeah, this car does not want to steer at all. It does not want to steer at all. We were 0.9 out, and it looks like I am gonna be taking an L. Am I? We'll have to see. Looks like I'm not gonna be taking that. Wow, this game is a lot. Well, it's pretty easy when you have a 60 FPS lock. When I first played this game, I was playing this game at 20 FPS, and I 99%ed it. The reason why I didn't get 100% was because of the fact that when I was trying to do the first race for the Porsche Panamera, my game kept crashing. Alright, get that track tires, get that lightweight chassis going. Alright, so what the heck type of... Thanks a lot, AI, you don't gotta be so mad at me. Alright, let's switch out to another car. I already did a Porsche. I did the B2 already. I might do a series where I might actually, you know, get 100%. Did I just turn off my car? Nice. Oh, this Caterham. Now this is an interesting car, for sure. Cruise control. Dang, 0.milliseconds off from first place. That is something else. This game, despite only having 41 cars, had pretty good variety. As you can see, I drove a old 911, an SLS, a Focus RS 500, a Caterham. Yeah, for it being a small list, there's quite a few cars. There's a quite good variety of cars. Now, my favorite car that I used was the GTR. However, I don't even think it was really because of the fact that I actually liked the car. It was more because of the fact that it was like a GTR. It's kind of hard to remember the car. I actually used the SLS a lot. But for the final race, I used the GTR. In terms of my favorite car that I actually used, though, surprisingly, it was actually the Aston Martin V12 Vantage. That car, I had a lot of fun with that car. Same with the Audi A1. I really like that car as well. It was a pretty fun car to drive. Come on, like what was I supposed to do there? Why isn't there no G35 in any Need for Speeds anymore? Why are there only traffic cars? No, tell me about that. Because there is Nissan. Nissan is in this game. So it's not like a licensing thing, it's just for some reason they don't want to have a G35. And G35s get more smashed up than the actual cars that we're racing with, so I never got that. I never got why G35s were never drivable cars. I feel like it's such a wasted opportunity. So I know a lot of people like that car. Alright, hit the right button to apply. Yeah, this is one of the few games where I actually spent time exploring because of the jack spots. See, that's the one good thing about jack spots, is that they actually, in a way, force people to... That's one of the most wanted cars. It actually forced people to actually explore the map. Which, for me, I'm actually not a person of exploring the map. But this game, I actually didn't mind doing it, because there was a reward of getting cars. And let's get that good old muscle car. Dang, Carter is fast. We are, again, the car variety. Driving a classic American muscle car. Camaro ZL1, rest in peace. I think the Camaro was retired this year. Makes sense. Now, I live in America, and I really don't see these cars at all. The only muscle cars you see around here is the Charger, the Challenger, and a Mustang here and there, but you barely see any Camaros. Whenever you do see a Camaro, it is a... Wait, is it the same race I did for the 911? I think it is. But you only see cars like the Camaro RS, but I've actually never seen a V8 Camaro in so long. I've actually saw I saw a Z28 a long time ago with the 70s Z28, which is pretty cool. But in terms of any modern cars, nah. Oh, this car, please. Please turn, no! Oh, I did not want to slam into the Chevy van. Chevy on Chevy violence. We're not tolerating that. But yeah, I actually don't see any of these cars on the road, which is sad because these are dope. But with the way cars are priced nowadays, I don't blame them because, man, cars are too ridiculously overpriced. And easy dub. That's gonna be it, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a good one. Take care. Peace.